Hi there, my name is Amanda and I'm the Director of Marketing here at Southwest Adventure Tours. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit more about our Mighty 5 tour and help answer some of the frequently asked questions that many of our guests have to hopefully, help answer those questions and give you some more information about the tour. So just to give you a little bit of a background on our Mighty 5 tour, it's a 6-day, 5-night experience with a small group with no more than 14 passengers. And we focus on hiking in the national parks in Utah. So what are the Mighty 5, you ask? Well, they are Zion, Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef, Arches, and Canyonlands National Parks, and they're all located in southern Utah. So our Mighty 5 tour starts and ends in Salt Lake City, and it starts on a Monday and ends on a Saturday. So we recommend, because we start so early on the Monday morning, that you fly in the day before. So that means you would be flying in on the Sunday, anytime during the day, and then we would pick you up on the Monday morning starting at 7 a.m. And after that, on the return on the Saturday, we drop off back in Salt Lake City between 4:30 and 5:30 p.m. So that means if you can find a flight out anytime after 6:30, then you're all set to fly out that evening. Otherwise, you'd fly out on the Sunday. So in terms of our pickups, we have 3 pickup locations in Salt Lake City, and they are the Crystal Inn and Suites that's located in downtown Salt Lake City, the Holiday Inn Express Airport East, and the Radisson Airport Hotel in Salt Lake City. Now, all 3 of these hotels do have a shuttle service to and from the airport. So when we pick up and we also drop off at those locations, they're really, really easy to get to and from the airport. And in terms of pre- and post-night hotels, for 2015, if you wanted to add an additional hotel night for the Sunday night or the Saturday night, we can help make those reservations for you. And we can do that at either the Crystal Inn or the Holiday Inn Express Airport East. The room nights are $95 per night, per room per night, including room and tax and breakfast. So really, really great deal. If you do want to take advantage of that reservation service that we provide, you can give us a call or send us an email, and we're happy to make those reservations. And of course, they are subject to availability. And for 2016, pre- and post-night hotel will be included in your package at the Holiday Inn Express Airport East. So just to give you a little bit more information about the tour, as I mentioned, it is a small group tour, which means it's no more than 14 passengers, typically between 10 to 12 passengers. And we find that we get a wide variety of individuals that come on this trip, from young children to seniors to everyone in between. Everyone wants to get out and explore the Mighty 5. So with that being said, we ask you, when you book with us, your activity level. So if you can hike more than 3 miles a day, less than 3 miles a day, more than 10 miles a day, we use this information to make our groups. Typically, we have anywhere between 2 to 4 groups plus, sometimes more, on the Mighty 5 in individual vehicles. And what we do is we group everyone based on that information ahead of time to kind of, group people who want to hike less or hike more together so that they're more well suited to each other. However, this is not a perfect system. So with our guides, we try and, see the first day, where everyone might fit and might feel more comfortable. So those groups that you might meet in Salt Lake City might change a little bit, but it's only to help you and the other guests enjoy the tour. And of course, we're going to keep you and your family and your friends together, so don't worry about that at all. So another thing about our groups is the flexibility that it provides you and your guides. So what happens is the guides will be able to better adjust different hikes based on the interests of the group, different destinations, different photo stops based on you and your interests. So say someone's really interested in dinosaurs, they might be a stop that the guide can show you based on that information. So don't feel afraid to speak up to your guide, speak with them, be honest with them about you and your capabilities, your interests, and they'll do their best to make sure that you have a fantastic time on your tour. So after group sizes, a lot of people are asking about the hiking and how much hiking is involved. What do I need to do to prepare myself for the hikes? So with our Mighty 5 tour, we hike on average between 3 to 5 miles a day. And so that might sound like a scary number to some people, but keep in mind that it's not always consecutive, which means we might walk half a mile here on this particular trail, then a mile round trip on the next one, and it all adds up to between 3 to 5 miles. And none of the hiking is absolutely mandatory. Obviously, there will be some walking from, getting out of the vehicle to the viewpoints or to the start of the trails. So those are things to keep in mind. However, if there's a hike that's, too much for you that day, or you've said, I've hiked already, 3 miles, I'm kind of done for today. The guide will help make recommendations for you, might take you to the visitor center to kind of have a little bit of a chill out, or just an opportunity to explore something else, do something a little bit different. So just let them know what you're feeling up to, what you feel comfortable doing that day, and they'll help kind of make recommendations for you or give you options. Or, for instance, if you wanted to do a crazy long hike or something a little bit different than what the rest of the group is doing, then they're absolutely more than happy to give you those recommendations. Now, the guide may not be able to go with you on those longer hikes or something like that, or the shorter hikes, depending on what you're interested in. However, at least that gives you the opportunity to do what you want to do as well. So we find that gives you a lot of flexibility, especially with the small groups. So to make a long answer short, on average we hike between 3 to 5 miles. And some of the hiking you may want to consider, and that might be really, really easy for you to do at home, but you're not used to the elevation and the altitude. So some of these parks are between 6,000 to 9,000 feet above sea level. So that's a lot of a difference for people who have not ever hiked in that kind of altitude before. So it's really important, especially on the first couple of days, as your body starts to adjust to the limited amount of oxygen in the air, or less oxygen in the air that you're used to. It's just basically go about 60% of what you would normally do back at home. And this will help you from overexerting yourself. You might notice that you're starting to huff and puff a lot easier or a lot quicker than you would be at home. And that's because your body's not getting as much oxygen as you normally would be getting when you're hiking. So just take it back a little bit slower and just remember to stay hydrated. This helps your body as you're adjusting to the elevation. So if you can just take it easy, take it slower than you normally would, and drink a lot of water, those are two really important things to keep in mind. And of course, your sun protection. When you're at that much higher, you're going to want to make sure that you've got all of your sun protection. So you've got sunscreen, you've got your hat, your sunglasses, and of course your water. Those are things that are going to help you, because you're that much closer to the sun at that high of an elevation. So thank you very much for listening to all of the answers to our frequently asked questions about the Mighty 5 tour. I hope that I've been able to answer a lot of them for you, but if you do have any other questions, just feel free to give us a call at 1-800-970-5864, or you can send us an email at any time at info@southwestadventuretours.com. That's info@southwestadventuretours.com. Thanks very much for watching, and we hope to see you soon on our Mighty 5 tour.